done it this time, haven't you, Wonka?
Welcome back to Peace. We're going to start this off. Obviously, we're going to run down some of the topics. We're going to finish off the King KARNOV interview. We're going to have some more most useless sports. I really don't remember exactly what else I put on this goddamn thing, but let's get to the picks of this week's picks, the NFL segment. Now, the NFL, what would otherwise be a good start to the NFL season. Everything's been overshadowed by all these domestic violence things happening, and these huge social issues. We're gonna keep it about football today. They've got enough news and media, negative news coverage and press coverage for all those things going on. I'm not gonna, we're not gonna get into that today. We're gonna keep it about football, and we're gonna focus on the players that know how to act right, and that are not on the exempt list. So we're not gonna talk about those individuals today. We'll get on them later. But let's get to this week's picks. Obviously, this broadcast is a little late to talk about Thursday's game. I had picked the Falcons, obviously, over the Buccaneers by 10. We all saw the Bucs get their heads busted in by 44 or whatever the hell it was, 56-14. They got shit kicked out. Okay, I'm sorry, Buccaneers fans. I'm sorry, but it happened. Y'all got looted. They pillaged y'all straight up. They just took your ship, took over your ship and everything. They the pirates now. Anyways, let's get to the rest of the picks. I'm gonna take the Chargers over the Bills, 26-20. I'm gonna take the Cowboys over the Rams, 27-23. I'm gonna take the Eagles over the Washington Racists, 31-25. I'm gonna take the Texans over the Giants, 24-23. I'm gonna take the Saints over the Vikings, 35 to whatever the hell we happen to put up. We might get 10. Could be 17. But I got a feeling we're going to lose by a sizable margin. I'm just saying. I'm going to take the Colts over the Jaguars, 33-20. The Patriots over the Raiders, 38-20. I'm going to take the Browns. This is one of my upset picks. Over the Ravens, 26-19. I'm going to take the Bengals over the Titans, 28-18. I'm going to take the Lions over the Packers. Another upset pick, 34-30. I'm going to take the Cardinals, my last upset pick, over the 49ers, 25-23. I'm going to take the Seahawks, 27, over the Broncos, 24. It's going to be closer than the Super Bowl. It's going to be more exciting than the Super Bowl. But it ain't the Super Bowl. Sorry, Broncos. You're still going to lose. I'm going to take the Dolphins over the Chiefs, 27-20. I'm going to take the Panthers over the Steelers, 28-23. And last but not least, I'm going to take the overachieving Bears, who ruined my picks last week with the 49ers. I'm going to take the Bears 30 over the Jets 24. And by the way, I went 7-9 on my picks last week, so that's an L for week 2. Thank you very much, stinking ass Bears. Go back to Chicago and wash your ass. Yo, Yogi Bear looking like, hey, boo-boo.
This is Packers owner / shareholder, first time minute, talking about my least favorite sport that is the most useless in the world. And it's gotta be speed walking. Think about speed walking. Booty's all tied up. It's a fucking run. It's the most useless sport ever. Why would you do that? You know what speedwalkers are? Speedwalkers are motherfuckers that don't get pussy. That's what they are. It's a damn shame. Speed walking, watch out for it.
Welcome back. We're going to take a brief intermission here for me to break down a potential discrepancy that might have possibly happened, but will not happen because I'm going to explain it. It was recently asked of me, Chunky, are you going to take an L for when you made that incorrect prediction during the Crisis Fresh interview? And it was talking about the second round of the NBA playoffs, in which I incorrectly predicted that the Los Angeles Clippers would beat the Oklahoma City and Thunder in 7 games. That obviously did not happen. However, I will not take an L on that because I made a prediction about the entire second round of the NBA playoffs. I didn't pinpoint just one matchup. There were 3 other matchups in that round, and I was correct about all 3 matchups. However, I'm not going to take a W. I didn't get all of them right, so I won't take a W. But I'm not going to take an L either. I think that's fair. Unlike this man. Ladies and gentlemen, take a close look. I introduce to you Mr. Wellford. Oh yeah, that's him. Mr. Wellford, about said prediction, informed me that I was incorrect about one of them. He pinpointed one prediction. And that was about the Washington Wizards versus the Indiana Pacers. Mr. Wellford told me that I was incorrect in saying that the Pacers would win in 6 games. And guess what? The Pacers won in 6 games. So therefore, Mr. Wellford, I would like to say to you, sir, and welcome to the show. Good job. What kind of stuff you working on now?
Right now I'm doing a lot of instrumentation, whether it's for my own stuff or whether, my own stuff being my own productions or pre-productions that, provide to A&Rs, as well as, working on, stuff for commercials, just worked on some stuff for Macy's, and then also did some stuff for a video game that's coming out on Android and iOS called CONT'D. I do a lot of scoring and a lot of sound effects for video game developers as well. Like working with one company, this guy who, I guess he just got a situation with Xbox. He made the Android game, and they liked the gaming engine that he made so well that they liked it so good that they ended up signing him and giving him a contract to work on a first-person shooter, which I'm doing. I'm currently doing that right now as well. So, but the video game is called CONT'D. It's going to be on Android and iOS, and it's like a 21st century version of Pong. Pretty fun game. Back in the day, the little Atari joint when you playing with the little paddles and stuff. So yeah, it was a cool game.
How'd you get that? How did you network into that transition? That's like type transition. I'm sure most people don't think of that. Producing music. So like, I'll make you a video game beat for me. I'll put the sounds in such a way that lines up perfectly with what's going on with you.
Well, it's just trying to figure out. It's just fishing. And I always speak in analogies. It's always about if everybody's fishing in one section of the lake, you always go to another section of the lake because there's fish everywhere. So you just have to find where you're, a different market. If everyone's dominating one market, you go to another market and you dominate there until you can get back to where you need to be at. And I always wanted to do stuff in video games anyway, so it's like I linked up with the developers, and as a producer, you gotta be serviceable. It's different than when you programming beats and programming drums. You can be in your own world. When you are a producer's chair, you have to be serviceable. And once people see how you are, you have to be a people's person to actually produce, because people are trusting you with their products. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of bring a high level environment to them so that they can believe in you. And if they already believe in you, then they're really giving you a chance. You have to, really take it by not taking it stride, but really say, hey, I gotta do a good job. So and bring it. So yeah, but linking with them, linking with the company out in Plymouth. They just worked on the video game and knew some mutual friends, and we ended up linking up. And by doing that, I ended up working on a couple of games and stuff. So it's pretty good. Cool situation. Yeah, man, it's fun. They didn't get the game for free. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got an Xbox, huh?
Well, I don't have an Xbox. I got Android. I don't but I had the beta test, so they gave me they actually gave me like a console to play it on. So I didn't want to give it back. I didn't want to give it back. So,
you didn't want to give it back. So when was I remember you showed me the clip when you were in the beat battle and a couple years back. When was the first beat battle you were ever in?
Well, the first beat battle was the only beat battle that I did, and I didn't know it was a beat battle. I thought it was a songwriter showcase, and because that's what it said. My friend Keeson, she told me, like, yeah, you should go to ASCAP Expo and get into the songwriter competition. And it's not really a competition, it's more of a showcase, and that's what it said, showcase. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll come and bring some songs and stuff like that. And I went up there, and I started seeing, like, I was like, man, this feels like a beat battle, man. So I had to go back into I had to make an audible, and then play some joints, and won the little the competition and whatnot. So it was cool, man. But it was a good situation. But though my focus was mainly on trying to work with some songwriters and stuff. It was an ASCAP Expo, but it was good. It was a fun situation too, though. So yeah. Yep, so that's what it was, and me doing the shark dance. I was doing you see that part? I was doing the shark dance on the beat. I did that both years. I did that both when I had to come back to I was like, so what are you up to? And I was up there playing the stuff that I was doing, playing a couple of tracks with some artists I worked with, and doing the shark dance both times, man. They're like, oh, there he is, the shark dance. Oh, cut through the water, nigga. Cut through.
That's the best, man. We used to kill it back at the year doing that, and the Flutter and all kind of. You might get to see the Flutter one day on but maybe not. We'll see. We will see if you are privileged enough to get that visual business. Yeah. So is there anybody you haven't worked with ever? Now this is not talking about this Minnesota. We're talking about it. Period. Anybody you haven't worked with that you'd like to work with? Because you've worked with international people. You worked with big time. You work with big names. Household names. I could go down the list, but I'm not a name dropper. I'm not. That's not my style. But who would you want to work with? You haven't worked with yet.
Who would I want to work with? I hate when people do that. You know, like, who you want to work with? I'm going to work with. No, I'm just playing. No, I would definitely like to work with, like, I want to work with artists. I want to work with. I would like to work with artists that's on the radio and stuff like that. Like obviously your Jay-Z's and stuff like that, and high level rappers, high level pop singers. In that field, adult contemporary field, R&B field, pretty much those, and also underground artists. I want to do everything. Like I want to be able to work in every market and just to show that you can do it. Like, you can do it. Like, if you can do one, you can do the other. Like, don't just play one track on the CD and then you turn the CD around, there's one. You can see that line of where you played that one song, and then that's another analogy. Pretty much just, you have to be, you have all this, all this brain power, man. Just do everything, you know what I'm saying? Don't just run your wheels in one basket, or put all your eggs in one basket, And I think with that, like I said, I mean, I would like to work with, a lot more major artists that's on the radio and stuff like that, and also underground. But then too, I like the magic. Well, yeah, obviously, yeah, like I mean, like Jay, like I said, Jay right now, pretty much Jay, Kanye. I mean, I actually worked with Kanye on 88 Keys. I did a remix for 88 Keys and Kanye West called Get Up. I did that.
I know you know him, yeah.
But just working on more stuff with with him, working on some stuff with like Rita Ora or Katy Perry. Obviously, some of the TDE cats. Actually, like Willie Brown. He's a guy that signed to them, but he's super dope. But I really want to work with artists like that are on the verge of getting there, because they're super talented and super hungry, and that's who I want to work with. Even people because there's a lot of artists that get signed to labels, but they don't necessarily get that push in the beginning because they got to create that record first. And I'd rather work with an artist at that point than working with them where they already up here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I liked about Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis when they started working with Janet, is that Janet, she was known as she's a sister of Jackson now, obviously, but they started working with her first before she even kind of really blew up, and that's why I'm not trying to work with the superstars. I'm trying to break artists, and I'm trying to make the superstars. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make the superstar, and I'm trying to break artists, basically. Whether it's underground or mainstream, to me, it doesn't matter. I really want to try to do both of those stuff.
Okay. Who's the most slept on producer that you would consider? Who would you consider the most slept on producer that people don't talk about enough?
Yeah, people don't talk about. I'm just thinking. Is that just all around? Or just,
besides yourself,
underground? Well, I ain't going to say that.
I can say that. I can say the fuck I want. But but who would you, who do you hold in high esteem that you don't think people talk enough about as far as their producing, beat making, the mixing,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that's in that field. I mean, you think about that, you think of you got your people like your Jeff Ellis's, who are more rock based, and you got your even locally you have Fan Feud, which is the crew I'm in. A lot of those guys, me and Zach and Brandon and Benzilla, Luke, Gnome, Tada, all those cats, man. Luke, they're super dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have that, you have, and I look at people like, even like Diamond D. I mean, he's legendary, and but he's still, like I said, it's there's a lot of joints that he did that people just slept on, him, High Tech's another one that he definitely got his records out there, but I feel like he should be way bigger. You know what I'm saying? And it's and he got some pretty good records, but it's when I look at it, people that should be out there more, I'm looking at it to the level Pharrell level,
Who's going to the Super Bowl this year, man?
The Bears. Chicago Bears is going to the Super Bowl.
Well, they just ruined my last prediction. You saw that.
They're going to go to the Super Bowl.
I picked them 34-20 over the Bills, and they disappointed me.
The Super Bowl Shuffle Part 2. Super Bowl. Well, they call me sweetness, and I like to dance, running the ball like a fucking romance. That's Walter Payton, man, 1985. Those some bars right there.
No, they're not bars.
I said not 1995, 1985. But no, I think the Bears is good. I mean, obviously, it's hard to tell this early who's gonna.
It's impossible to tell the truth.
Yeah, it's like, because man, if you decided it on the Sunday that just passed, shoot, San Francisco will let you go to it because they kind of killed Dallas.
They beat the hell out of Dallas.
The brick off.
That's ugly, dude. That was ugly the way they beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you later. Peace.